And what if I told you there's a shortcut to completely transforming your reality? A shortcut that's always been right in front of your eyes, yet you've never noticed it. Imagine for a moment that everything you desire, success, abundance, connection, transformation, is already available, just waiting for you to tune your mind to the right frequency. It may sound impossible, but the science of consciousness says otherwise. Jacobo Grinberg spent decades exploring the mysteries of the human mind and made a startling discovery. The reality you experience isn't fixed at all. Instead, it's a projection shaped by your own mental field. What you see, feel, and live is not an exact reflection of the external world. It's a mirror of what has been programmed into your mind. And the key to rewriting that programming is a simple, yet often overlooked mechanism: repetition. There's a precise moment when repetition becomes so powerful that it shatters the barriers of the unconscious and completely reconfigures how your mind interacts with the world. That moment happens on the 6th repetition. 6 times, just 6. When you repeat something 6 times in the right mental state, your mind stops resisting and accepts the new reality as fact. And when that happens, the impossible starts to unfold. If you believe your life is limited by external circumstances, get ready to question everything you thought you knew. By the end of this video, you won't be the same person. Most people live trapped in an invisible cycle without even realizing it. They wake up, face the same challenges, deal with the same limitations, and deep down feel that forces beyond their control are steering their lives. They wonder why their dreams never come true, why success seems reserved for a select few, and why happiness, abundance, and purpose always feel just out of reach. But the real question should be, who is really creating your reality? According to Jacobo Grinberg's studies, the answer is unsettling. Reality isn't out there. It's continuously generated within each of us by mental patterns that act as invisible filters. These patterns, often operating unconsciously, determine what we perceive, what we believe is possible, and consequently, what we experience. And the biggest problem is that most people have no idea this process is happening. They assume their lives are shaped by chance, luck, or external factors, when in fact everything is decided behind the scenes in your own mind. The mental state you occupy most of the time determines what you manifest in the physical world. In the beta state, dominated by rapid, fragmented thinking, the mind reacts automatically to external stimuli. Fear, doubt, and scarcity are the prevailing frequencies in this state. And as your mind reinforces what it believes to be true, the cycle continues. More fear, more doubt, more scarcity. It's a mental labyrinth from which few manage to escape, but there is a way out. The science of consciousness has revealed that the mind can be reprogrammed. There is a threshold, a specific point where the unconscious's resistance dissolves and new realities can be embraced. The problem is, almost no one teaches you how to reach that point. Many people try to change their lives through vague affirmations, wishes, and loose intentions, not realizing that without the right frequency and exact repetition, all those efforts get lost in mental noise. And that's why so many attempts at change fall short. The good news? There is a method, and it doesn't require years of practice or advanced knowledge. All you need to do is understand how the mind really works and apply the technique at the right moment. 6 repetitions. That's all that stands between you and the reality you want to create. Now let's explore how it works and why this technique is so powerful. The code to attract. What you desire. Everything I desire is finding its way to me now. I'm open to receive with gratitude and trust. Say this sentence out loud, not just as empty words, but as a firm, absolute affirmation, as if it were already happening. Now, pause for a moment and notice what you feel. If you sense even a whisper of doubt, a feeling of resistance, or an inner voice saying, "That's not true." If it were, My life would have already changed. Then you're about to discover something most people never realize. What really holds you back isn't the external world, but the invisible programming running in your mind. Your desires are not just random dreams. They are signals of the reality you're meant to create. Yet there's a difference between simply wanting something and being ready to receive it. Most people crave success, love, money, happiness, but on some level, they block themselves. Now let's see how you can reverse that. What is holding you back? Grab a notebook and write the sentence. Everything I desire is finding its way to me now. I am open to receive with gratitude and trust. Then ask yourself, what is stopping me from living this truth? Write freely without censoring yourself. You might feel that you're not good enough. You might be afraid of failure. Perhaps you've tried before and it didn't work out. Now look at your list and ask another question. Are these issues real barriers or just excuses I've accepted as truth? The mind has a sneaky way of convincing you that certain difficulties are insurmountable. But the truth is, if a problem can be solved, it isn't a real block, it's merely a challenge. If you lack money, you can learn new ways to earn. If you lack time, you can reorganize your schedule. If you lack knowledge, you can study. If you're afraid of failure, you can start small to build your confidence. What seem like insurmountable obstacles are often just mental limitations, and you no longer have to accept them. How to break down any barrier. The simple plan. Now that you've identified what's holding you back, write next to each difficulty a simple, practical solution. Here's the rule. The solution must be so simple that it's impossible not to act on it. For example, difficulty. I don't know where to start. Solution. Research 3 ways to begin right now and choose one. Difficulty. I'm afraid of failing. Solution. Accept that mistakes are part of the process and focus on learning instead of fearing failure. Difficulty. I don't have time. Solution. Wake up 30 minutes earlier and dedicate that time to what truly matters. Difficulty. I don't have money. Solution. Devise a strategy to generate extra income, even if it starts small. Most people get stuck waiting for a grand solution. But the truth is, you only need to take the next small step and the rest will unfold naturally. The mind learns from what you do, not what you think. If you repeat a negative thought day in and day out, your mind will eventually accept it as truth. But if you consistently act toward a new pattern, your mind adapts. It reprograms your beliefs based on what it sees you doing. That means if you want to be a successful person, you need to act like one, even before you feel completely ready. If you want money, start managing your finances like someone who knows how to prosper. If you want more confidence, start behaving as if you already have it. If you want to change your reality, start acting now as if that change is already taking place. No matter what your mind may tell you, you don't have to wait until you feel ready. Just begin. It's never too late to transform yourself. If you feel like you've tried to change before and failed, forget about the past. Time isn't your enemy. Your age, your experiences, the mistakes you've made, none of that can define your future unless you let it. Neuroscience has proven that the brain can learn and adapt right up until the very end of life. What matters isn't what happened before, it's what you decide to do from now on. The difference between those who transform their lives and those who remain stuck in the same cycles is simple. The former, choose to act. Action creates change. Movement brings clarity. Persistence leads to transformation. Now go back to your notebook. Read the sentence again. Everything I desire is finding its way to me now. I am open to receive with gratitude and trust. Review your list of blocks. Look at the simple solutions you've written next to each one. Choose one solution and implement it today. Not tomorrow, not on Monday. Today. Every time you take action, you're proving to your mind that this new reality is taking shape. You don't need to see everything change at once. You just need to trust that you are moving forward. Now close your eyes and repeat. Everything I desire is finding its way to me now. I am open to receive with gratitude and trust. This time, feel it as an undeniable fact, because you're already starting to make it happen. Pause again and close your eyes. Imagine yourself living exactly the life you desire. Don't just visualize it, feel it. Feel what it's like to wake up on a perfect day, where everything you've ever wanted has finally become your reality. You wake up with energy, look around, and see that everything is in alignment. You have the money, the freedom, the confidence, the love, the peace. Every detail around you reflects this new reality. Now pay attention to the emotion that arises. Is it relief, empowerment, gratitude? That feeling is the key. The mind makes no distinction between a real experience and one that's vividly imagined. If you can feel it as truth, your mind will start accepting this reality as fact. And once that happens, your perception of the world shifts, and the world responds accordingly. Yet most people remain trapped in the past. They carry frustrations, resentments, pain, and regrets. They let old experiences define what's possible. But here's the truth. The past only holds power over you if you continue to focus on it. If something hurt you, learn from it and move on. If you've failed before, accept it as part of your journey and start anew. If someone doubted you, remember that their opinion never defined your potential. Every person who has ever transformed their life reached a moment when they decided to stop dwelling on what went wrong and began focusing on what could still go right. Now, you're at that moment. The only thing standing between you and the life you desire is the decision to start acting as if it were already possible. Grab your notebook and write down. How do you want to feel every day? What kind of life do you want to live? What can you do today to take a step toward that reality? Remember, no matter what happened before, what truly matters is what you do now. Repeat the affirmation. Everything I desire is finding its way to me now. I'm open to receive with gratitude and trust. Say it again, loudly, confidently, with emotion, because this isn't just a phrase, it's a decision. Now that you understand how your mind shapes reality, there's only one thing left to do: act. The difference between those who transform their lives and those who remain stuck isn't luck, talent, or circumstance. It's the decision to act. You already know what needs to be done. You've identified your barriers. You've created simple solutions for each one. You understand that your mind only changes when it sees undeniable proof that you're moving forward. Now look at your list and choose one thing to do right now. Not tomorrow, not later, right now. If your barrier is a lack of knowledge, open an article, a video, or sign up for a course on what you want to learn. If your barrier is a lack of time, block out 30 minutes in your day for what really matters. If your barrier is fear, take a small step, but take one. Never underestimate the power of small actions. Everything that seems impossible today will become second nature in the future, as long as you take those first steps. And whenever your mind tries to stop you with doubts, insecurities, or excuses, repeat, everything I desire is finding its way to me now. I am open to receive with gratitude and trust, not just with your words, but with genuine feeling, as a commitment to yourself. Then act. The universe responds to those who are willing to move. Everything you need to transform your reality is already inside you. It always has been. What was missing wasn't ability, luck, or talent. It was awareness and action. Now you have both. The past doesn't define your future. What happened before holds no power to stop what can happen now. You can learn new things, develop new skills, change your mindset, and open doors that once seemed locked. All it takes is your decision to begin. Small actions taken consistently lead to significant changes. Your mind learns from what you do repeatedly. Every time you act, you send a clear signal to your reality. I am ready. So from today on, live as if everything you desire is already on its way. Trust, feel, and act. And whenever you need a reminder, just repeat, everything I desire is finding its way to me now. I am open to receive with gratitude and trust. Now it's up to you. Go out there and create the reality that has always been yours.